And this is in response to a question I had on why is it that MC hits MR. Here, I can draw it right here. Remember when we make one of these curves, and oops, hold on, where here's my average total cost, ATC, and why does marginal cost hit it right at the lowest point? So in order to kind of illustrate that, the idea here is if you're adding bigger and bigger numbers, it will pull the average up. And what we're going to see here, I'm just going to pose an example here. So let's say we got a 15-year-old alone in the room, and let's add a 5-year-old. So a 5-year-old comes in, and what I want their total ages, and what's the marginal change in ages. So our total ages with just a 15-year-old is 15 there. And the average age is 15 at the very beginning because you're all alone in the room. You, on average, you're 15 years old. So let's add a 5-year-old into the room, and that's going to drop the average age down to that number right in between, which is 10. Your total age is equal 20, and we have this marginal change of 5. We added one 5-year-old. So now let's add a 6-year-old. Okay, so this person is 6. The average age drops down even further. Actually, that shouldn't be right. Sorry, that's right. So the average age is going to drop even more because this person is under 10, right? Our average age was 10, but now it's even lower because we've added somebody younger than 10. Our total ages is 26, and the marginal change is 6 because we added a 6-year-old. So let's throw in a 7-year-old, and a 7-year-old again, is younger than 8.6, so that's going to make the average even less. Total ages are 33, and it's a 7-year-old, so the marginal change was 7. And now let's throw in an 8-year-old, and because this 8-year-old is less than 8.25, it should drag the average down even further. So it drags it down to 8.2. Total ages are 41, and the marginal change was 8 because it's an 8-year-old. So here's the deal. So now if I add a 9-year-old, a 9-year-old is older than the average age. So this should pull the average age up a little bit, right? And it does. It went from 8.2 to 8.33. So now we're starting. So our curve was going down, 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 because I had all these people younger than this average age. Now I've got somebody who's a little older, and it's going to pull the age average up. So our total ages are 50. Marginal change does 90. Like I 9 rather. I'm realizing too, I don't need this total ages thing or marginal change because I got it right here under age. So add a 10-year-old. Hey, that number gets even higher. Let's get rid of these because we don't need them anymore. So let's add an 11-year-old, and that causes the average to go up even higher. Add a 12-year-old, it goes up even higher. Okay, so if we're going to graph this, I think I stopped with a 13-year-old. So if we're going to graph this, not a scatter plot, let's make one of these. You can see, hey, look at this. Right here at this point, our marginal change hits the average at its lowest point. So if I have numbers that are lower, it's going to cause this to go down. Now that I'm adding people that are higher than average, it's going to cause the average to go up. Just like that. Just like econ. Ta-da.